Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Old Delhi. And we're gonna check out something I've been excited to see for a little while. As you can see all around me, there is a ton of people here. Everybody's out here enjoying the day, even though it's a little bit rainy. But what we're gonna check out is this right here. This is the Red Fort. And this is like the pinnacle of the Mughal Empire architecture. I think it was commissioned in like 1638, and it was built or designed by the same person that built the Taj Mahal. So anyway, let's walk around here and let's see what we see. Getting over here was really easy. We rode the purple metro line, and I got off and there's like a huge fair going on over there. We rode up here to like the Lal Qila, which is like right up by the Kashmir Gate. So this is all red sandstone, and it just looks amazing. So there's going to be a 600 rupees admission fee here, and there's going to be a lot of people. This is one of the most popular places for people to come. So let's try to find the ticket window, and then we'll go inside. So you can see the towers up here. Now the architecture will have like some Persian architectural styling with Indian traditions, is what it says. They have the domes. And this is also the site where the Prime Minister of India, back in 1947, he came and he raised the Indian flags over the main gate, and it's become the tradition. They do that every year to symbolize their independence from British colonial rule. So you can see kind of those lotus bud, like faux doorways right there. Really quite cool. And then it looks like a lotus bud up there on like that defense turret. And there was like a moat and everything around here. And you can see the size of the bricks that they used, or the size of the sandstone blocks that they used. Yeah, this is really fantastic. It looks like this is part of the queue here. The ticket windows are down here. So it's gonna be busy inside. All right, so we got our tickets. It's 600 rupees for a foreigner, or 950 if you want the museum. And you can see it's 80 rupees for the Indian nationals, or 50 rupee if they don't want to do the museum. Okay, so let's go inside. Go through the security guards over here to get in. And down that way is more of the Old Delhi. You can see one of the temples across the way. And we're gonna go in this gate. This is just massive. Holy smokes, this is massive. You can see where they carved into the sandstone there. Humongous gates. So what I was reading about is a lot of the marble buildings inside of here were destroyed. There was an invasion here in like the early 1700s. They looted a bunch of jewels and everything. And then when the British took over, they basically just used this area for the garrison until they were thrown out in the 1940s. Oh wow, this is beautiful. Check that out up there. Right above the door. It looks like a seat, like a balcony, but it's a faux balcony.
Welcome to India.
All right, we're here at the Red Gate, and the Indian people are so amazing. They will grab you, they'll take your pictures, and it's just part of the way they do it. It is so fantastic. Everybody is super nice. These are some guys here that wanted to take our pictures and stuff with us, so they're enjoying the day too. So how cool is this? And this is what's really cool. You look right down the tunnel there and see the other buildings inside. So we're not even inside yet. And needless to say, I'm a bit impressed here. Oh, this is really cool. So they have it where you can't go on the outer wall. They have it blocked off. But you just climb up on the bricks, I think. Oh, this is really nice. So this is like a little bazaar here. They're selling all this stuff. And they have the second story up there. I love the little arches up there. Oh, this is amazing. So they're selling jewelry and bags and like the scarves and stuff like that. You can see up there, that used to be like covered in murals, I bet. You can see the plaster, and then they would have painted it. It would have looked similar to this. Oh, that is really cool. So you can see up here, some of the murals are still intact there. There's this little opening. And then a little bit more of the bazaar over here. Oh, I really, really like this. So this part, they had little balconies. So some of them have been restored, that one hasn't been. The same as some of the murals are intact and some are just down to the bricks. Lots of shopping here. You can shop anywhere in India, but if you're just a tourist here for a short time, this would probably be all right. Buy you a scarf or something for a souvenir. This here is actually called the Chatta Chowk, which is the covered bazaar. And it was inspired from Pakistan. And this was like the first little bazaar like this here in India. Just give you an idea of the scale. So that's that covered bazaar. Has the 32 little covered bays. That's the gate that we came in. And then you can see all the perimeter wall with all the little towers. And then it has all of these brick buildings inside here. So you got some of the guards here. Now you can go into this building here. This is the Red Fort Experience. They got like a 360-degree show and a few other things. Plus the snack shop and everything is inside of there. Okay, so let's go over here and take a look at this building. Really like that red and white look. It's really nice. So this building right here is called the Naubat Kahana. And this is where like the musicians would gather to announce like the arrival of the Khan. Then they would play music like 5 times a day also from here. And they painted the outside of this, like some of the the motifs out here would be painted in like gold. And they say you can still see a little bit of the traces over here. And there was 2 of the old Khans in like the 18th century that were assassinated in this building. Just the normal royal intrigue. Yeah, so check out the sandstone blocks that they have here. Oh, it's really cool. So this has been the same pattern as what's over above the top of that bazaar when you first come in. Yeah, this is really cool. You see the plaster work they put on the top. And I think these flowers are like indigenous to Persia. And they've put them in the murals here. So we see the carvings in the sandstone on the outside. Oh, this is just beautiful. I love seeing stuff like this. Okay, so the royals would have came through this little archway and they would have walked down this path to this building over here. So this is the palace complex in here, and then some more buildings over that away. Yeah, what a fantastic building. 3 stories of this sandstone. How fantastic is this balcony with that carved sandstone rail? Oh, I like this a lot. This is cool. Okay, so this building right here is called the Diwan I Am. And it was originally like an audience hall. So the Khan's subjects would come down here and he would sit on his throne. There's this throne back here, and then he would listen to any grievances or whatever and then pass his judgment. And it's quite cool. There's 9 little arches across the front here. And there used to be buildings outside of here that was like the residences of the chiefs, the Khan subordinates. So this was first opened up, I think in like 1628. But you can see all the work that they've done in all these columns, all the stonework. Oh, it's really cool. So let's go up in here. Let's look at the old throne. See this open air little courtyard here underneath this roof. And all of the bricks are sandstone. And then over here, this is the throne. Oh, that is really cool. So they got it behind glass so you can't get up there, and then they have it roped off. You can see the stucco work there. And there's birds and flowers and stuff. That was like a Florentine artist painted all of those. Oh, but how cool is this? All those arches, all these sandstone columns. As you can see, another local one to get their picture taken with Bun. Yeah, it's kind of cool. All the columns are all 12-sided. But you go to Ayutthaya and everything was an octagon, and here everything is a 12-sided. What is that? A duodecagon, I think. Can't remember what that is. You think I'd know since I'm a math teacher, huh? So we're all the way in the back of the fort. There's the main road over there. And this is the wall right here. Now there used to be a river here. I think that's what this was. And the river has changed course, and now it's that road. And over there is part of the fortifications that they had. So probably some cannon towers and stuff like that. Then there's this cool little building here. It's closed off. There's a army guy sitting here. So the name of this little building right here, this is the Taj Mahal. And it was named after Shah Jahan's queen. And it was like 6 apartment buildings, and it was painted on the inside. And it used to be all marble, and then the British used it for a prison. You're not supposed to be on the grass, but that dude, he found a comfortable spot here underneath the trees. This building right here, I think is called the Daiwan Ikas. It's right next to that building which was for the queen here on the southern part of this complex. All right, I ran into another one of my locals. What's your name?
Alfez.
Where are you from?
Delhi.
From Delhi. What do you think of the Red Fort?
Beautiful.
Very beautiful. Have you been here before? How many times do you come here? Come here 1 time, 2 times, 10 times?
10 times.
10 times? Okay, very good. All right, nice little guy here. So this is kind of a cool little area right here. This is called the Nahir-i-Bashit. And this was where the water flowed through. So they had this is fountains and stuff like that. So it fed the whole royal palace area with water. And it would have came right into here. They would have had like baths and stuff like that in here. Oh, this is a fantastic building. You can see they would have had it all painted on the inside with the murals and these cool arches. I really like these. So the kids are climbing all over it, having a good time. Yeah, this would have been the main fountain. And then the Queen's room would have been over here, and that would have came right into this building. And then we'll work our way that way. Some more nice locals that wanted to come over here and say hello. Say
hello,
what?
hello.
You guys will be on YouTube, is that okay?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, they're here for 3 days, and they think they really like the Red Fort. All right, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
So this building here is actually called the Rang Mahal. It's right next to that stream that came in. And what they would have done is this would have been divided into 6 apartments. And then on the roof and everything in here, they would have had those little mosaics of the little pieces of glass. So they would have had the water over here, and then they would have had all those little pieces of glass and it would reflect the light. It would have been really cool to see. Now it's just down to the plaster. And you can't really see in there, but down below you can look through these little grates, and that was the water system would have been underneath here. Then over here they have a little balcony, and check this out. This is quite cool to see also. It has like the little onion dome. It's just covered with pigeons, and the pigeons have overtaken that over there also. And check this out right here. You can see all the mosaics up there. Oh, it's beautiful. And this is the white marble. So everything would have been this marble for the royal buildings before they were looted off. So this is the Taj Mahal. And this is actually the emperor's private residence right here. So it was divided into 3 sections. So they had a section over here, they had this section, and then this section over here. And what's really interesting is down below here there's like a little auditorium. It's closed off, you can't get in there. But they would organize animal fights with like elephants and lions and stuff like that for the king's entertainment. And then the emperor would come out here every day and he would greet. There'd be a crowd of people that would gather and he would come out every day to greet them. Yeah, this is just absolutely spectacular here. All right, I found another friend here. So what's your name?
My name is Fardeen Malik.
Ah, where are you from?
I am from Delhi.
Uh-huh. And how many times have you came here to the Red Fort?
More than 1 hour.
More than 1 hour?
hour.
100 times, right?
100.
You come a lot?
Yes.
All right. And what do you think? Is it the most beautiful place in Delhi?
Very, very beautiful.
Okay. Well, nice to meet you. Tell everyone
Bye.
hello.
Hello.
All right. Yeah, these are nice guys here. So you just run into everybody, just will stop you, and if you're going to take some pictures, you'll plan on taking pictures for 10, 15 minutes or so, and you'll see everybody will just take turns taking pictures, and it's just fantastic fun. So they call this building here the Diwan-i-Khas, and this was where the king or the emperor would use this as his private meeting hall. And they had what was in here, they called it the peacock throne, and one of the subsequent rulers had it removed like in the 1700s. But this is just spectacular. All that detail work they did in the marble. Oh, it's really nice. Yeah, so this whole site here is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it is amazing. I'm really, really impressed by this place. The size is humongous. And the buildings are quite cool. This right here, this is the Moti Masjid. It's the private mosque for one of the emperors. And it's built up on an elevated platform here. So this was the Emperor Arun Gazeb. And it had a copper door on it. And then this is the entranceway over here. And the ladies that were in the harem, they came in here by another entrance. But this was so close, like the royal sleeping chamber was nearby, so he could just walk over here anytime during the day or the night to pray. This over here looks like a well, maybe. All the Indian guys are climbing up on it. I'm not going to climb up there like that. My old bones will hurt too much. You can see more of the courtyard over here. So you can actually see inside of the mosque here. So here's part of the gardens here. They call this the Hayat Bakshisht, something like that. And at one time there was like little canals and stuff like that that would go through here. And they had like little alcoves that they'd put candles in, and it would kind of reflect off of the flowing water, which would have been quite cool to see. This has all been extensively reconstructed, so it doesn't look like what it did back in the day. But there's two little pavilions over there on the south and the north. And they're called Sawan and the Badon, which are I guess 2 of the months of the Hindu calendar that are the really rainy periods. But if you can imagine, there would have been all kinds of little canals all through here. And I say this was the most well-planned part of the whole, the garden complex right here was this massive garden. And these would have been some of the little streams and stuff that they would have had all through here. So this is pretty cool here. So this is part of one of the little causeways had a little fountains and stuff in there. And this right here is a little red sandstone building. This is the Zafar Mahal. It's just a little pavilion that's right here, and it was built in 1842. And it would have had a huge water tank all around it. That's 46.6 meters by 48.2 meters. And you can see there it had the fountains and stuff there also. And this over here is one of the 2 little pavilions. You're not allowed to get up there. You can see it's got that white marble also. So the base of it's brick with the marble built up on top. You can see the detail work that they carved into that. Oh, it's quite beautiful. Really, really nice. So this looks like part of the outer wall over here. This must have been a garrison area. The Shan Burj. It's a place that's locked up. You can't go back in there. You got the flowering trees and stuff. And there's so many people out taking selfies. So back in here, this is what they call the Heritage Tea House. Looks like they got all the leaves and stuff piled up. But this was the Princess Pavilion. It was part of the first palace that was built in here. And then when the British took over this area, they used that pavilion as a tea house and an amusement parlor. And that's why it has its name. And this is the other one of those 2 little pavilions. the Sawan and the Badon pavilions. And they're identical, and they're both made out of marble. And this is another section of the wall here. There's still no stairs where you can go up on the top, which would be kind of cool. But you can go and pose in front of the little arches there. You can see the battlements up on the top. Yeah, it's really quite cool. This is one of the museums here. This one's the one for the Indian Army. There's quite a bit of details here in English. You can see a lot of the important information in Indian history. And here's another one of the museums. Yeah, all these red and white buildings are all museums. So we're talking about something in 1919, right after World War I. The Punjab massacre in 1919. That led to martial law and some other things that happened to the British. Another one of the museums for 1857. This is another one of the museums, the Azadi Ki Taiwan Museum. So this is another one of the Indian history museums here. Talking about cannon fodder, the British tying Indians to the front of the cannon. We have quite a bit of stuff here for Independence Day, 15 August 1947. All right, hello guys. Here's some more people that I've met. What is your name?
Jitu Singh,
Jitu Singh. And where are you from?
Bulandshahr,
Is that near Delhi?
Delhi first time.
Oh, Delhi first time. And you brought your whole family here to do what today? To see the Red Fort?
Yes.
What do you
One time,
think?
first time.
What do you think of the Red Fort?
First time.
Is it very beautiful? Is it
Beautiful, I like.
nice? Should everyone come and visit this?
No.
No? If everyone comes, it'll be too crowded?
Yes.
Okay, very good. It's very nice to meet you guys. And I tell you, when you come here to India, everyone is going to be super friendly like this. They'll
Thank you,
stop and take your pictures. They're wonderful people. All right,
Yeah.
nice to meet you guys.
Thank you.
So all you see right there, all those white and red and brown buildings, those are all museums about Indian independence and the conflicts they had with the British and everything over the years. One last look here at the main entrance. And then looking down into that bazaar. How cool is this? One last look out here at the outside of it. Yeah, how fantastic is this? And then just look at all of these people here. And then this is that little amusement park that's going on next to it. That'll finish up our video over here at the Red Fort, over here in Old Delhi. This is definitely something that should be on your list when you want to come. Now what I would say is if you come, just do the 600 rupees to come in, skip the extra 350 for the museums. I was a little disappointed in them. I was hoping to see like the old stuff from, you know, the 1600s, but I didn't find any of that. Just the stuff on Indian independence and stuff like that. It was interesting enough, but it wasn't what I was hoping for. But other than that, I would say this place is fantastic. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so it's really well maintained, just really cool to see. And it's always fun, especially for history lovers like me. You guys have seen my videos where I go to old temples and stuff like that. This is definitely up on the list. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. If you're new to the channel, this is what I do, show you things I see, tell you a little bit about what I know. And if you've been here, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. And if you know more about it than what I said, I tried to describe everything the best I could. If you know more, tell me in a comment down below. And hopefully you enjoyed. I met a lot of really nice people today. And I don't know how many pictures I take. I planned on doing like 2 hours here. We've been here for 6 hours. And most of the time was spent taking pictures with all the locals and stuff like that. But anyway, from over here in Old Delhi, remember guys, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.